8. Uh, what I do? Egg whites and kale. Remember green eggs and ham? Should probably write another children's classic like Dr. Seuss from 1960 because that's it. I love the egg whites and kale, and yeah, the sleep was good. So I'm getting an A grade, maybe an A minus. Do I go back? And how about this? How about this? Congratulations, shout out. I'm going to say, hey, Hollywood, Zach Braff and Donald Faison are back. Scrubs is back tonight, guys, after a 16-year hiatus on ABC. Oh, yeah. JD and Turk, what does it say here? They reunite at Sacred Heart Hospital and face a few modern day challenges, a bunch of few faces. So that's going to be pretty cool. So go check that out tonight, Zach. Hey, I remember him from, remember that movie Garden State? He wrote that, directed that, 2004. It was a rom-com with Natalie Portman. I really liked that. Me being from the Garden State, and Peter Sarsgaard was in that too. Well, anyway, Scrubs ran for 10 seasons from 2001 to 2010. So, guys, jump on that today. And hey, check it out. We're at day 56 of 2026. That means 15% of the year is gone. 56 days. How many workouts did you get in? It should be at least 50. Well, for me, it's probably 56 at least. All right, here we go. AI to the rescue. Read this morning, New York Times article, Natasha Singer. It's everything we're talking about. More than half of teens use chatbots for schoolwork, study finds. No kidding. All right, here's this new study from Pew Research Center finds teenagers think chatbox assisted cheating has become a regular feature of student life. Let's talk about that. 54% of students aged 13 to 17 said they used a chat box like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Microsoft's Copilot, for tasks like researching school assignments or solving math problems. 40% say they use it for math. Well, all right, that makes sense. All right, how about this? Previous studies by Pew. So they did a study in 2023, 2024, the 2 years prior. It was at 26% and then 13%. So it went from 13 to 26 to 54. Keeps doubling, sounds like. So next year we're going to be at 100. Hey, why? That's what I think. But hey, how about this? There's two sides of this argument. And which side of the argument are you on? Let's talk about this. All right, here's the first side. It says chat boxes hinder critical thinking and impede learning, as well as help lead to self-harm and facilitate cheating. Yeah, Cambridge University Press and Assessment and Microsoft Research, they did a study on reading. And what they did is they said students what they did is they assigned students, right, to take notes without chat bots, and they showed better reading comprehension than the chat box students. No kidding. All right, how about this? This is the flip side. So you got the one side, the naysayers are like, no, it's going to mess them up. All right, the flip side, the yay sayers are AI proponents say schools must teach students to use and access AI chatbots to prepare young people for changing workplace needs. Well, let me tell you, they're both true. The one side, the critical thinking, and the other side, preparing them for the future, which is, they're both true. So, hey, what do you think? Here, okay, what do I think? All right, first of all, education is a choice, without a doubt. Education is a commitment, without a doubt. You want to learn, you got to put the time in. You want to get a good body, you got to go to the gym. That's all there is to it. And education is also challenging, but it separates what I call the wills from the won'ts. Okay. Those that have the desire to learn and excel, like I was, they have the will. Those that don't, they won't. So there's the wills and the won'ts. Okay. Grades nowadays have become irrelevant. We talk about that in my book, The Sub. This will give you an idea. I mean, I used to hold up my phone and say, hey, guys, this is for research. Do not be using this to make videos. They're using their phones anyway. They're doing it, coming up with all the answers. All right. But grades are irrelevant. You know what happened with the standards? Everything kind of lowered down. Right. And, but what suffers? And you're looking at, when I talk about what I'd say on the other side, I say, well, let's teach AI. When I write about what students should be learning, I believe you got to prepare them for the future. The world's changing without a doubt. You got to prepare them. So, in a way, what difference does it make? They're cheating anyway. I'll tell you, the cheaters are going to cheat. I mean, if you told a professional basketball player, hey, I'm going to lower the basket by 10 feet or 5 feet, and everybody can dunk the ball. Of course, but there's going to be those guys that say, nah, put it back up there. Put it back up there because I want to play pro. I need to get good at it at this level. I can't be cheating. I can't be cheating my way. Guys that do steroids along the way, you pay for that down the road. So if you cheat, you end up paying for it down the road for sure. But that's your choice. But hey, what do you think? I mean, I really do think these kids got to learn everything. I talk about that in my book, everything from being a barber to learning AI. So we got to teach them. I mean, you're worrying about them cheating. Yeah, the cheaters are going to cheat. What are you going to do? But now I want to know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And let's jump right into this. Crime 101. Talk about cheating. Crime thriller. This was made for $90 million. It grossed $47 million to date, starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry, Monica Barbaro, and Nick Nolte. Awesome cast. Let me tell you. Set against the sun-bleached grit of Los Angeles, really is. Crime 101 weaves the tale of an elusive jewel thief, Hemsworth, whose string of heists along the 101 freeway, very popular, have mystified police, Mark Ruffalo, who heads that up. So it's all about the final score. I'm going to do a final score. I'm going to get out. Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 88%. Popcorn Meter, which is the people, give it 85%. Now, here's what I think. Suspenseful, very. Cinematic, very. Intriguingly captivating, very. Sleek, very. Vivid characterizations of these everyday people, very. It's a lot of varies. I mean, let me tell you, I really like this movie. All right. Chris Hemsworth, I become a bigger and a bigger fan of him over the years. The more I see him, the more I like him. He does a great job, and he shows this kind of vulnerable side. So I'm seeing a Chris Hemsworth. I love him as Thor, but remember back in the day when Thor got really big and fat, and he kind of got a little vulnerable, and he had a scene with his mom. You guys remember the Thor, but he's got this vulnerable side. So it's I'm very empathetic towards him, believe it or not. He's like a really good bad guy. I like that. Really good bad guy, a criminal with a heart. All right. So what more? What more about this? All right. We're not giving it too much away. It's a sexy movie. I mean, come on. Anybody wants to look at Chris, but there's no sex in it. Monica Barbaro. I mean, I love her. Remember from Top Gun? You might remember her. She's the love interest. So, it's not a Sydney Sweeney take your clothes off kind of thing. They do have a love scene, but the love here is very subtle. It's all like the crime thriller. We're not getting into that sexy, crazy, sexy stuff. But I'll tell you, I love the cinematography. I love what he does with the camera and the streets, and I'm all into the lights, and I'm telling you, the angles, the styling. I love the styling of this movie. Okay. It shines a really, really cool, kind of lovely light on the city. I mean, that's my beloved LA. I really kind of miss LA. I was there, a couple weeks back, but it's a great cast. Like I said, Nick Nolte's kind of interesting in this. I mean, I remember him from The Deep. Oh my God, there's some Jacqueline Bisset. There's some great movies with all these guys. But what do you want to be critical of this movie? Okay. What's the negative of it? What don't you like about it? And Halle Berry does a really good job too. I mean, she again, the vulnerable side of people kind of shows in this movie. I really like that. The negative is the depth of the story. I mean, the only argument you're going to make is this a really deep story? Well, it's a crime thriller. I think you could go deeper with Chris's character. I'm not going to give it away. He's like a mystical kind of interesting character, but I want to go deeper. I would like to learn more about the kind of childhood that this guy had, which you don't. But is it necessary? No. But let me tell you, it's got a great ending. You're going to love the ending. I love the ending. So I'm giving this an A grade, guys. Maybe it's an A minus because of it's kind of missing, But no, this is an A movie. Go see this movie. I'm going to go see this movie again. Kudos to Who's the writer director it is? Didn't know him. Bart Layton. Way to go, Bart. Good job on that. Let me tell you, everything about this is based on a novella, guys, by Dan Winslow. So if you want to go read that, you can go read that. But again, let's go. Let's go. We got into the A category, just like my workouts. You got to stay in the A grade. All right, guys. So that's it for today. It's a Wednesday. Get out there, do what you got to do. But remember the 3 Tola takeaways, right? Number 1, got to respect your ABCs. Most important. Number 2, you got to connect with somebody. Pick up the phone, go visit somebody, make a difference, genuinely ask how they're doing. And of course, number 3, embrace all perspectives. Just because somebody has a different viewpoint than you, got to be able to understand it and accept them. That's it, guys. Have an awesome day. Have a kick-ass day and get your workout in. Peace.